Hi and welcome to AI Sciences. So in this video, we will try to explore Python dictionaries. So Python dictionaries are quite handy tool. They are quite useful. What they actually provide you with is a key value pair for storing the information. So if you have the basic understanding of C or C++, you must have came across hash maps and that stuff. So in Python, the dictionaries are equivalent of hash maps and all that stuff in C and C sharp or C languages. So what actually dictionaries are, that they provide you a way of storing a value against a particular key, right? So here inside a dictionary, you have a key, then you have a value associated with that key, then you have another key, then you have a value associated with that key, then you have another key, and then a value associated with that key. So this is how it works. So this dictionary has been assigned to D, and then when I print it, I'm getting this thing. For A, I'm getting apple. For B, I'm getting ball. For C, I'm getting cat. Now let's see that how we can access the data from this dictionary. So if we just refer to this D again, we use this notation, and inside this notation, if we provide it with the key, so right now we can see that there is a key A with the value apple. For the B, there is a key B with the value ball. For the C, there is a key C with the value cat. Now if we give it a go, so notice for the first one, we are getting apple, then we are getting ball, then we are getting cat. Now the one thing over here to notice is that what if we are trying to access a key which is not present inside the dictionary? So what it will do, it will raise an exception. So over here you can see that we have three keys here, A, B and C. But what if we go for the D? Now if we give it a go, so notice it actually raises an exception, that the key error. So the key error means that this particular key is not present inside this dictionary. So to avoid that, what we can do, just to avoid the exception, to avoid getting the error, what we can do, we can use the get method. So what this get will do, it's exactly the same thing as writing, let's say, D of A, right? But the only advantage of using get is that if the particular key is present, it will provide you with its value. But if the key is not present, instead of raising an exception, it will just return you nothing. So here, if we give it a go, we are getting the apple because over here, the A key has the value apple. Then if we now go for D, for D dot get D, we did this over here and we got an exception. But now if we do this, see, we are not getting any exception. One more thing, one more feature of using get is that if you can also specify that if the particular key is not present inside the dictionary, then instead of returning nothing, return me this particular thing. So now if we give it a go, as the key D is not present inside the dictionary, so if I give it a go, it will return me this thing. This could be anything. It's not mandatory that it could be a string or any particular format. You can put instead, let's say I can put some number over here. But then if we go for A, and as we know that the A is present over here inside this dictionary, we will get the value of A. And again, if we go for D, or let's say E, as E is also not present inside the dictionary, it will provide us with 1, 2, 3. And if we eliminate this, we will get nothing. Next is the dictionaries are unordered. So this means that dictionary does not maintain the order. So right now I cannot actually show this because our dictionary is quite small and it's also the behavior of Jupyter. But it's just nice to have the knowledge that the dictionaries does not maintain the order, unlike list, that if you insert append 1, 2, 3, 4 in the list, it will remain inside the list in the same order. But in the dictionary, it does not maintain the order. It is quite a possibility that if I keep on hitting for 10s or 20s of time, I will get C cat first and A apple at the last. So this is what the property of dictionary, that the dictionaries are unsorted in Python. The next is that the dictionaries are mutable. So mutable in Python means that you can change its value. So over here, if we again get this dictionary, so A apple, B ball, and C cat. Now, if we go for D and if we refer to B, this B, and I am assigning it banana. Instead of getting it the value ball, I am assigning it the value banana. So what it will do, so notice it just simply changes the value of B key and put banana instead of ball. So this is actually a really handy feature that if you want to update a value of the dictionary, you can do that. It's not like it's immutable and you cannot change the stuff that you initiated. You can go on and on changing anything you want. Next, adding new data in the dictionary. So adding a new data in the dictionary is quite easy. So over here, if we just print the dictionary over here, so notice we are getting A apple, B ball, C cat, but there is no key D and any value with that. So to add anything in the dictionary, what we can do, we can use this notation. We can refer to that dictionary, then we can provide it with a key, and then we go for drums. What it will do, if this D key is present inside the dictionary, it will update its value. So if I go for, now let's say if I go for A and then if I hit enter, so notice I am getting A and A value has been updated. Instead of getting apple, I am getting drums. But if I refer to D, so D key is not present inside the dictionary for the moment. What it will do, it will just simply add the key and then assign it this value. Now if I give it a go and I give it a go, so notice I am getting this thing over here. So this is how you actually add the data in the dictionary. You just provide the key, the new key, and then you just provide the, assign it the new value, and it will create a key and a value pair inside the dictionary. Then next, dictionary don't allow duplicates. So here you might have noticed this thing that if over here, if I am going to refer B and I am assigning again, I am using the key B again and using the banana, it doesn't just simply add a new key value pair like B and banana. It updated this one. It updated this thing. So this means, this is mentioned over here, that the dictionaries don't allow duplicates. So if I go for this over here, A is drums, and now if I give it a go, it will not just add another A and aren't in it and then A and drums will still be there. It's not like that. It will just overwrite the value because dictionaries does not allow duplicates. So now if I give it a go, I'm getting A for aren't instead of A for drums. Next, dictionaries are heterogeneous. So heterogeneous means that it's not mandatory that the key and the value should be of same type. So it could be like key could be of string and the value could be of string. Key could be of string and value could be of number, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. The key could be of any data type. It could be a list, it could be a string, it could be a number, it could be a dictionary as well. And the value could also be of anything. It could be string, integer, dictionaries, list, whatever you want to do. So if I give it a go, I'm getting name John, age 22 and gender male. This is a dictionary. Now if I try to access the value, I can go for student name. It will provide me with John. And then if I go for student age, it will provide me with 22. It will provide me with the number. And then if I go for gender, it will provide me with the gender of the student. Now if I give it a go, so notice I am getting John, 22 and male. One thing more I want to show you guys over here, that let's say if I am to add any random stuff over here, it's not meant for student. I'm just adding something to show you the heterogeneous nature of the dictionary. That here in against the key 1, I am putting a value which is not a string, not a number, but it is a list. It could be 1, 2, 3. See, this is a key 1, and against the key 1 I am getting a list. Now if I just come over here and instead of getting this thing, if I put this as well, so notice I'm getting the list. So this means that the dictionaries are heterogeneous. It's you can put any data type for key and you can put any data type for value. Next is accessing keys of dictionaries. So if I refer to the student's dictionary again, so notice that this is the key, this is the key, this is the key, and this is the key. So the dictionary provide you with a built-in function. If you hit on that, it will return you all the keys of that particular dictionary. So if I give it a go over here, so it's student, the same dictionary name, and then dot keys. What this dot keys will do, it will provide me list of all the keys that are present inside this dictionary. So if I give it a go, so notice I'm getting name, then I'm getting age, then I'm getting gender, and then I'm getting one. And you can iterate on that as well. Like you can say for key in student dot keys, this will provide you with this thing, and then you can simply iterate on the keys. You can do whatever you want. If you want to check that if particular thing for that, if you want to check a particular thing for particular key inside the dictionary, you can do that. You can iterate on it and then do all that stuff, whatever you want to do. But still, the main thing is that you have the understanding that you can access all the keys of a dictionary. The next thing is accessing values of the dictionary. So if I give it a go for the student again, so notice the value is there, John, 22, male, and this is a list. So instead of referring to student.keys, if I go for student.values, it will actually provide me with the values. John, 22, male, and the list. And again, I can simply iterate on it by saying for value in this particular list and then printing the values. Again, you can do whatever you want to do with the values. Next thing is the last point, that what if you want to get both key and the value of the dictionary, right? So there is a use case where you want to iterate on every key and value of the dictionary. How you can do that in Python is quite easy. So this is the student. Now if I go for student.items, so it is providing me a list, right? Let me just copy this thing. So what this thing is doing, it is providing me with a list. And inside this list, I'm getting tuples, right? So what this will do, dot items, it will provide you a list of tuples of the key value pairs. So if I go for over here again, now I'm iterating on student.items, and then after getting the item, I'm just printing the item. So notice what I'm getting. I'm getting name key, and I'm getting John as a value. I'm getting age key, and I'm getting 22 value. I'm getting gender key, and I'm getting male value. One thing more, if you want to actually access anything, you can just simply use the indexing. So you can go for item of 0, and you can also go for item of 1. What this 0 will do, this item is actually equal to this thing, right? So item of 0 will provide you with this one, and item of 1 will provide you with this one. So notice this thing, name John, name John, item is age 22, and then over here 0 provides me the age, and the 1 provides me the 22, and so on and so forth. So this is pretty much it from the dictionary section. And if you are confused at anything, or if you are not getting any stuff, just let us know, and we will try to get back to you as soon as possible. And also please do subscribe our channel AI Sciences, and please hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of our new videos. So see you in the next video.